students, good evening. Sorry I'm so late getting this video out. It's been a really rough day today. So let's start with problem 31. Okay, problem 31 is just a review of the stuff we did in chapter 9, the basis stuff that we did chapter 9. We have to determine the depreciable basis. Okay, so 31A, inherited a pickup truck. Value on date of death was $8,000. Value on the alternate valuation date was $8,500. Election was not made, and so we are going to use the $8,000, the fair market value on the date of death. B, I purchase an office building. I pay $100,000. I give a mortgage for $250,000, and I exchange land that has a fair market value of $50,000. Just as a side, my basis in that is $20,000. So I'm going to show a $30,000 taxable gain. Okay, so I'm going to show a $30,000 taxable gain. My total here then is $400,000. Now what the problem says, okay, action. So what the problem says is we have some type of assessment that has $10,000 being allocated to the land and $40,000 being allocated to the building. And so we're going to use that same ratio here to do this allocation here. This is 80%, 4/5 would be 80%, 20% then would be allocated to the land. So this would be $80,000 allocated to the land, $320,000 allocated to the building. Okay, C, we have a conversion of a personal use asset to a business use. Remember what we talked about in chapter 9 is that when we have a conversion, we have a gain basis and we have a loss basis. And we're going to use the loss basis for depreciation purposes in part C. That's going to be the $500. And in part D, we have a gift. And remember, in the case of a gift, we also have a gain basis and we have a loss basis. Again, we're going to use the loss basis for purpose of depreciation purposes, or the $700. Okay, let's look at problem 33. I don't necessarily want to go through all of these, but I think going through a couple of them might be illustrative. So let's look at the breeding horses. If you will turn in that A10-1, look at 0.01221 and 0.222. You'll see breeding horses. The question is this horse 12 years or older, or is this horse under 12 years old? And that would make the difference between a 221 and a 222. As you look then at that table, you then see what that middle column, you see the life that we're going to use. And in the case of under 12 years old, there's 7-year property. In the case of over 12 years old, they're 3-year property. Okay? The barn. Let's talk about the barn for just a minute. If you look at the barn, if you'll go to 1.3 and 1.4, you see generally farm buildings are 20-year property, a 1.3. Single-purpose agricultural structures are 1.4, and therefore 7-year property. Single-purpose agricultural structure is something like a chicken coop. Now, those of you that have been on farms, is a barn like a chicken coop. We only use it for one thing. Now, most of the people I know that have barns do not use them for one thing. They fix them and they store hay and they fix machinery in them and they keep cattle in them or sheep or pigs or whatever. Now, the answer key for the barn says that it's a single-purpose agricultural structure. I think the author of the text is wrong. I think it's another farm building, and therefore it's 20-year life. All right. Problem 27. In problem 27, we have to maximize our depreciation deduction without taking bonus depreciation. Now remember, if we were to do bonus depreciation, we could just write it all off. But here they're saying take section 179 without bonus depreciation and maximize your deduction. So here's our rule. When we want to maximize our deduction, we need to start with the property that has the lowest cost recovery percentage. And here that lowest cost recovery percentage is the office equipment. So we're going to take $486,000 of section 179. The next one is the trucks, which have a 5-year useful life. And that is, but we only have $534,000 left of section 179. This gives us to our $1,200,000. That leaves us then with $54,000 of depreciable basis times our 20% gives me another $10,080. So I have depreciation of that, and then finally the trucks that have a 3-year life, or tractor units. This is semi trucks. 55,000 times 0.333 is equal to 18,333, if I've done the math right in my head. And so that's going to be now my depreciation amount on the tractor units. All right, class. That's all of the homework for today. I'll talk to you again tomorrow night or Friday morning, depending on how tomorrow goes. Thank you very much. Talk to you later. Good night.